catering to travel media and travel industry alike. And got a beautiful introduction here from the Viennese hovering out into the vineyards of Austria, where we also celebrate the good life, Austrian wine, culture, and as Helen also indicated, I think the secret to success of Austria as a destination per se is also the fact that everything that we Austrians do on a day-to-day basis is rooted in a certain tradition, but has a little bit of a modern touch to it and is accessible to everybody. It's not really made up. It's not done for a tourist. It's not done for a certain group of people. It is just here. This is what we do. This is how we live. And that's how we also want to present and introduce ourselves to guests from all over the world. One of the Baroque jewels, so we're going west a little bit now, out from Vienna. One of our Baroque jewels is Salzburg, known, well, first and foremost, especially in the United States, for the sound of music. But also it is one of the most well-preserved Baroque cities worldwide, and a highlight on any visit to Austria. Modern architecture, something you not necessarily associate with Austria, but again, this trend of modern architecture in a very traditional landscape and also in a very natural landscape. Here we are in the very western province of Austria, Vorarlberg, where the trend of integrating architecture in its natural landscape and also creating modern architecture out of something that is a lot of buildings made out of wood given a modern design. All of this really shapes the region and the feeling for the region. And I just had a very interesting conversation a few days ago when we talk about renewable and local and resourcing regionally and organic foods and picking the food from the season, eating the food from the season. All of those have become huge trends in the US, right? We're spending lots of money at Whole Foods and we're staying away from strawberry that are grown in Mexico, whatnot. In Austria, this is all very natural. I grew up like this. So it is really, it is that sensibility, that living, and maybe it also has to do with the fact that we're a relatively small country, but it is everything is very organic in its truest natural sense. And out of this also developed a couple of modern trends, like here, that very modern mountain hut in the region of Vorarlberg. Talking about integrating the modern, the old and the new. We're going back all the way east towards the Hungarian border. This is Lake Neusiedl, which, if you haven't heard of it yet or never been there, is somewhat unexpected because we associate Austria with beautiful cities like Vienna and Salzburg, mountains, skiing, the sound of music, and this is kind of where it tapers off, right? But also the easternmost part of Austria is a very flat land, the Pannonian lowlands, with the steppe lake, Lake Neusiedl, which is a beautiful recreational area. We also call it lovingly, it's the ocean of the Viennese, because as you know, Austria is a landlocked country, but sometimes at Lake Neusiedl you get the feeling of being at the ocean. Beautiful for summer and winter sports alike, and just like a short 45 minutes away from the city of Vienna. Again, with a very modern restaurant right over the water of the lake. And last but not least, I'll take you back all the way to Schloss Eckenberg. We're circling around, back to Tyrol, back to the Kunsthistorische Museum, back to Vienna. It's in an essence, because as we heard, they stole a couple of pieces from Eckenberg. But this is where I will conclude my brief journey through Austria, and to give you a flavor, a little bit more poetic maybe, I will conclude with a very short movie clip that takes you on a lovely journey through Austria. Thank you very much for your attention, and please enjoy your lunch and grab some dessert, and thanks again for coming.
scrapbook pages with words and lines and pictures of people that I know. Well, that's my time. Enjoy the beauty of the day. See the sky and let my thoughts fly away. I put my hand on my heart and it tells me where I want to stay. For the magic of this moment, traveling around, I feel the sun. Reviving senses, they will come. The beauty of these places, so many different faces, and I wonder what will come. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's my time. Enjoy the beauty of the day. See the sky, let my thoughts fly away. I put my hand on my heart and it tells me where I want to stay. For the magic of this moment. Well, that's my time. Enjoy the beauty of the day. See the sky, let my thoughts fly away. I put my hand on my heart and it tells me where I want to stay. For the magic of this moment, yeah, that's my time. Enjoy the beauty of the day. See the sky, let my thoughts fly away. I put my hand on my heart and it tells me where I want to stay. For the magic of this moment.